Okay, the road, my friend, to anything is not always smooth. Sometimes that road is rocky and sometimes it's real bumpy. So let me tell you about another bumpy phase in my journey to doing what I'm doing right now. In 2000, let's say probably around 2000, it was at the end of 2015. Come to find out, I get a message from my mom, and we talked on the phone all the time, every day. You know, we're traveling, things are going well, business is growing, and things are happening. And I'm excited. Change is happening. People are being impacted. Millions upon millions of dollars are being raised based upon the information that I'm sharing that's helping organizations and institutions. People that knew zero about grant writing are coming in, and either through my training or through some of the trainers that I'm training that's using our system, they're teaching and they're helping people all over. And now I'm like, okay, great. These couldn't be better. And then at the end of December, get a notice from my mom, and she lets me know, baby, they found a mass, dark mass around her lungs. And long story short, found out that she ended up having cancer. So one of those unexpected situations that kind of happen in life that starts turning your world upside down. And that was an experience for me. I don't have time to go into detail about that here, but I have another series called Dealing with Death. If you've ever lost anyone, you know what that's like. And if you're still dealing with a situation of death, I would encourage you to go check it out, and you'll find that dealing with death, or dealing with loss, that's what it is. Dealing with loss. Rodney Walker should come up on YouTube. But that turned things upside down, and I'll fast forward. I ended up losing my mom, and I ended up losing her around the season of November of 2016. And that was a dark place in my life. Really dark place, because my mom and I, we were the tightest. And that had me and my business kind of put on hold for a season, because now I'm at a place where, you know, I'm dealing with loss. And when you deal with loss can have a dramatic impact on you. And I started doing some things different. And I started doing some things where I'm like, okay, great. Hey, how do I re-engineer things? How do I turn things in a different direction? I'm traveling all around. I got speakers that are traveling all around. But how do I change things? And so this was a part of the change that I had to deal with. And when you're dealing with any business, if you're not changing, if you're not making adjustments, and you keep doing the same old, that's not good. Things will eventually always turn downward. So you got to do things different. You got to shake things up. And so in this case, after kind of dealing with loss, I kind of put things on hold for a season to get myself together. Does that make sense? And the goal and the vision of what I had of Grant Central doing, I didn't throw it away. I just kind of put it on pause for a season to get myself together. Hi. So that part was one of those valleys. And why am I sharing this part with you? Why am I telling you about this? I'm telling you this because if you're going to do anything, even though your road is bumpy, even though your road doesn't go smoothly all the time, if you will keep walking and keep moving forward, you'll find that you'll get to your goal. You just have to keep going, and you just have to not give up. You just have to say, okay, great, hey, I'm in it to win it, until I get the mission of what I want to do accomplished. Okay? I'm going to keep moving forward. Now, I didn't tell you about the conferences that we started doing. We started doing conferences for first responders. We started doing conferences for educators. We started helping a lot of different people, in addition to doing all of the trainings that we were doing literally all over the United States. But again, when life happens, when life, bam, comes and hits you, sometimes it causes you to pause and rethink things and rework things. And that's okay. That's called life. That's called real life stuff. So let me tell you this. Let me tell you about how grant writing has impacted my life. Now, I've shared with you my story. If you've got a chance to listen to all of this so far, you've kind of got a chance to hear some of my story. And grant writing has changed my life in ways that I would never have envisioned it doing so when I first took that little class. And I tell people that when you're learning, when you're growing, don't be afraid to move out and to do something new and different. At first, it may seem scary, like, why am I taking a class to invest in myself? Well, if I had a clue, if I had an inkling of a clue that class that I first signed up for to learn about this was going to lead me where it led me to doing what I'm doing to this day, I would have rushed into it, because the impact has been so positive. But again, that's not without having ups and downs. But the impact of how it changed my life, it literally took me all over the United States. And eventually it will take me all over the world. I couldn't have envisioned that when I first started. I didn't envision that when I first started. So what kind of impact is either learning grants, or to grant write, or to even do something completely different? Maybe you're not doing grant writing at all. Maybe you have something else that you're envisioning in your heart and your mind to do. So what happens when you step out and you decide to do it? Like just do it. When you step out and you do something that you feel like you're supposed to be doing, amazing things happen. Amazing things happen. So my encouragement to anyone thinking about either taking grant writing, doing a grant writing class, or any class, any type of personal development, any type of new skill, is to look at it, assess it, and then don't be afraid to launch out. You never know, it could lead to much brighter days for you. Could lead to much brighter days. That's what happened for me. That's what happened to me. How can getting more knowledge and more information and then using that hurt you? I don't know. If you know, maybe you could tell me, but if you get good information, new information to help you, it can really transform you. So now I'm excited that I get the opportunity to connect with some really cool people, many people that I don't know, many people that I would never see face to face, but because of technology these days, it allows us to have interaction. And I got some new online friends that are on some of these various social media platforms, and we connect and we talk, and they ask me questions and I ask them questions, and we go back and forth, and we just have some really good conversation, because I'm encouraged as much as they are encouraged by the information I'm sharing. I'm encouraged, and I get a sense of life from hearing the conversations that we have together and the engagement. Okay? That's really powerful to me. And I know this may not be what a traditional president may do that's connected with an organization, but I believe gone are the days of where people in organizations hide. When I first started out, I was kind of modeling what I was doing based upon some other organizations, and the other organizations, they were hiding. You didn't know who was behind the organization. You didn't even know who was training. And I'm like, okay, great. I tried to do the same thing and realized that doesn't work for me. I want to be known. I want people to know who I am. I want them to know who is behind this program and why I do what I do. And that's why I wanted to document some of my story. And that's why I'm so appreciative of you for listening in and hearing some of the story. I hope that it helps you to be brave. I hope that it helps you to be bold, and it helps to help you to be brilliant. Take charge.